everyone! Today's video is going to be our coming out stories, which was requested by a subscriber called Veronica, so thank you for the request. I'm going to start off by telling you my side of things. So I have always found women attractive and beautiful from being a little kid. When I look back, that's what I can remember, is like seeing women on TV and thinking, wow, she's gorgeous or whatever. But when I was in school, in high school, I had like little boyfriends and we would kiss and hold hands and whatever. But it never went any further than that because I just wasn't interested in boys that way. I found boys attractive as well. I can appreciate a good looking guy, but I never really was that into doing anything sexual with guys. I never had that desire. So by the time it got towards the end of school, when I was about 16, I started to fall for my best friend, and that's kind of when I figured out that I was gay. But I think looking back, there's been signs, like everybody else says. I always kind of knew in a way. But at the time when I was small, it didn't occur to me that that's what it was, because when you're a kid you don't think about those things. So yeah, I think I probably knew for sure when I was about 16. What about you, baby?
Well, I disagree. I feel like I knew from a kid.
Yeah.
I told you the story, didn't I, about my next door neighbour and how I kind of said, oh, there's this girl at my primary school.
About how old were you then?
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Still really young. And I remember saying to him, oh, she'd be really nice for you. And her friend would be really nice for me, who was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I told him not to tell anyone. So obviously I knew that there was something wrong with that because I'm a girl and that other person.
Well, not wrong, just not typical.
Yeah, not typical. So yeah, for me, I've always known. I never felt that kind of attraction towards guys. I never was like, oh, he's good looking, like you probably did. I always thought that the women were good looking.
But you had boyfriends, didn't
I had boyfriends. They would last longer than your boyfriends.
Yeah.
And I had a serious relationship with a guy, and it did get sexual.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Not to say that I enjoyed it. But yeah, I felt like I didn't want to fully come out until I experienced a relationship with a girl. So I was, how old? It was going on to 17, 18 when I was still in the closet.
Yeah. How old were you when you went out with that guy? 17?
16.
Yeah.
And we went out for a year and a bit.
And then you sort of had a little experience with a couple of your friends that were girls, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said before, I fell in love with my best friend at school, and when we left school we went to the same college together and we spent all our time together, and that was kind of my first relationship with a girl. Well, it was. To me, it was a relationship, and it was difficult because she didn't want to admit that to herself or to anybody else that we were together or in love or whatever. And that lasted for quite a while, and we didn't tell anybody about it for some time. And it finally got to the point where I didn't want to stay in the closet anymore. I wanted to tell somebody. I wanted to feel like it was real, like I could express this love that I had for this person without having to hide it. But she didn't want to do that, so she would tell me, I don't want you to tell anyone, don't tell anyone, and it was really hard. But then she said to me, okay, you can tell your family that you're gay, but don't tell them that I am. Even though it was clearly obvious that we were together because we spent all our time together. And so I said, I told my mum first, and it was in a conversation after me and this girl had had a bit of a fight. Not a physical fight, just like an argument. And I was upset, and my mum was saying to me, oh, your guys' relationship is really intense and it's like you are together, but without the sex. And I was like, yeah, I know. And then I paused for quite a while, I think, and then I said, there is sex. And then I cried, and I was like, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you, and are you mad at me for not telling you sooner? And I wasn't crying because I thought she was gonna disown me or anything, because my mum is such an accepting and open-minded person. I didn't have that worry that she wouldn't want me anymore or anything like that, which is such a good thing. I'm so glad that my mum is the person that she is. And I was just upset that I thought she might feel like I betrayed her trust by not telling her sooner, because it had been going on a long time. But she said, no, of course, I'm not upset, don't be silly. And I love you anyway, and whatever. So it was a good, positive experience, and I felt so relieved after I told her. And I just wanted to tell everybody else straight away after that. And like I said before, I did say, oh, I like her, but she doesn't want to be with me. After that, because my whole family are very accepting and the same way that my mum is, I didn't expect that any of them would have a bad reaction. So I decided that I would just send them all a group text and say, hi guys, just thought I'd let you know that I'm bisexual, because that's how I came out at first, because I wasn't sure at the time. I was only like 18, I think, when it happened. So I said, yeah, I'm bisexual, just thought I'd let you all know in a group text. And then I got replies from my dad and my brother and my sister, and they were all like, congratulations, and we're happy for you, and you know, everything was good, and I didn't really have to explain myself or anything to any of them. So I'm really lucky and so grateful that that was my experience with it. So yeah, I came out to all my family, and it was really good, and I was so happy and so relieved to be out of the closet finally. It felt like so long that I was stuck in there and holding myself back from just being free. That's how I felt. And then I told my best friend Jess at first, out of all my friends, and she was, you know, like, oh yeah, I kind of knew you guys were so close in school, and I'm not surprised, but I'm happy for you. And then I started going to uni and decided that at uni I was just going to tell people I'm gay, even though this girl that I was with was still in the closet and didn't want people to know we were together. I was happy to say I'm gay and I'm in a relationship with a girl. So I did that, and my uni friends were all really nice about it. So eventually this girl that I was with decided that she was going to tell her friends that we were together, and she did that. She told her friends, but she still didn't want to tell her family because she didn't think that they would accept her, because they kind of would make remarks about gay people, and it made her feel like they would not be okay with it. Mm-hmm. So as far as her family knew, I was just her best friend who spent all of my time at their house with their daughter, and we were really, really close, like weirdly close, more than friends would be. And her mum, I think she told her parents that I was gay and that I was in love with her, but that she didn't feel the same way. So harsh. Yeah. That sucked. That was really hard. Every time I was there, I would still have to pretend like we were just friends, which was really hard for me because I was so close to her family as well. They felt like I was part of their family, and they were really cool with me, and they liked me and enjoyed spending time with me, and it was really hard to deal with, especially because her mum would make comments about boys and say, why don't you go and be with this boy, he really likes you and he really suits you, you'd be good together, in front of me, when I think she knew that we were actually together. And she kind of, it was almost as if she was kind of trying to make me know and her know that it wasn't okay with her that we were together, and that she wanted her daughter to be with a boy instead. So that was the hard side of it, and eventually things went bad and me and her split up. Dum, 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 dum. The end. Your turn.
My coming out story is a little bit boring, if I'm honest with you guys. It is, isn't it? It's not as dramatic as Erin's coming out story or anything like that. But like I said before, I didn't want to come out if I hadn't been in a relationship with a girl. I didn't want people to be like, how do you know you haven't been with a girl? So I waited for this one. At the time, she was in this relationship with this person, and as soon as I saw her, I was like, I want to be with this girl. And I remember when I told you guys in the previous video that I busted into the toilet and she was there, but when she left and I left, you introduced me to her, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, crap, she's with someone. But actually, my first impressions was you were straight, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was kind of glad she was like, this is my girlfriend, because at least I knew
I was gay.
he was gay.
Yeah.
So she had things to figure out with her relationship. So I had to wait a little bit.
This was at the end of our relationship, after things had kind of got not great anymore, and we were on the way to splitting up, I felt like, at the time.
So it was good timing for me to bump
Yeah.
into you. So when they did break up and me and you started to slowly see each other, I didn't want to be too full on because she'd just gotten out of this intense relationship. And I was a bit scared that I was a rebound. So we took it slow, didn't we?
As slow as we possibly could, because we were really into each other, like straight away.
So when it became official, when she asked me out, I was like, okay, it's gonna be time for me to tell my parents. And I was a bit nervous, not gonna lie. Even though my parents, I knew they wouldn't disown me or anything like that, but I just didn't know how they'd react. And obviously I'm very sporty, I don't look girly, so I kind of thought maybe it wouldn't be such a shock to them when I came out.
Yeah.
And the way I came out was I was talking to you on a messenger app thing.
Yeah.
On webcam, so I could see her, she could see me, like Skype. My mum was in the room as well, and we were both having a little bit to drink, but I weren't drunk or anything, but my mum was. And I thought, okay, this is probably a good time to probably
soften the blow.
Yeah, to put this big bombshell on her. And I had your support because you were there as well. So I kind of just came out and was like, Mum, Erin's kind of my girlfriend. And she was like, you're having me on. You're joking. And she thought I was kidding, because I do kid around. I do joke around quite often. And I said, no, I'm being serious. And I actually got you to tell her as well.
Yeah,
like,
she turned the computer around with my face on the webcam. And was like, tell her, Erin, that I'm serious. And I was like, yeah, we're girlfriends.
Yeah. So she was okay with that. When I came off Messenger with you, I don't know even if I spoke to you about this, but when we came off, she because obviously she knew that Erin could hear her and stuff like that. She kind of, I don't know, she kind of was like, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew, how they are when you tell them something like that, as if they knew you were gonna come up with that at that point. After that, she started to ask me like about every girlfriend that I had, if I had feelings for, and if anything happened, like, did you like this person? Did you like that person? And it's like, it don't work like that. Don't fancy every woman that I see or that I come in contact with. So yeah, I was glad that she was asking me questions though about it, and took an interest and talked to me about it, and not just was like, yeah, okay, and that was it. My dad was in bed at the time, so he wasn't there when I told her and came out. So I asked her to do it for me the next day. I didn't really want to, I wasn't like you, I wasn't excited to tell all of my, family and friends that I was gay. So yeah, I got her to basically tell all my family, not my friends though, but all my family that I was gay, and they all accepted it. They were all like, oh well, good for her. Actually, we're the only gays in our family as well, so I feel like because there was no other gays in my family, it was like a bit, I didn't want to really be like, "Ooh, I'm gay." I wanted someone else to do it.
isn't
It's a bit daunting.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the one to break the news to everyone, but it felt good.
Yeah, and we had all Jodie's family at our wedding and all my immediate family who live around here.
Because she's got far too many.
Yeah, I've got lots of aunties and uncles and cousins and things that all live all over the country, so not everybody came. It was only a small wedding. But all your family were there, weren't they? Because they live close. And everybody celebrated with us and it was really nice. And we were very lucky to have such supportive family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so positive coming out stories from us. And if you are thinking about coming out, then I encourage you to do it. But do it when you're ready. Don't feel pressured. But it feels so good. It feels so, so good. And make sure as well that you feel safe. If you're in a situation where you feel like coming out will jeopardise your safety, then maybe wait until you're out of that situation. But if you are ready, just do it. Don't let anything stop you. Mm-hmm. You'll feel so good. So this is our third video, is it?
No, this is our fourth
This
video.
is our fourth video and we are up to 80 subscribers already, which is really great, and we really appreciate all of you that are taking the time to watch us and like our videos and send us really nice comments, and we've had such a good response so far, so thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed and watching and coming along our journey with us.
And we're sorry that there's no TTC at the moment, but it's going to take a while because she has polycystic ovary syndrome. Mm-hmm. So we have to wait until she comes on her next cycle. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing videos for you.
Yeah.
About, more getting to know us and fun stuff.
Yeah. And I'm on cycle day 20 now. So I'm hoping this cycle is going to be shorter than the last one. And we can get in soon for our initial tests and consultation and be able to give you an update soon. Mm-hmm. It's just as frustrating for us as it probably is for you, or maybe you're not even frustrated, but we are.
Yeah.
We want it to hurry up and come already. So thank you for watching all these kinds of videos. In the meantime, we hope you're enjoying them, and if you have any more requests for us or any questions for us, then leave them in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you're not yet. And we hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!
I think that was a short one, you know?
Little puppy, she's so cute and adorable.
Are you recording? Hey.
Yeah.